Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. So we're currently in the process of reading through the girls' poems. We're on to the third poem, which is Monica's, which is where we ended last time. So we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and read her poem. So, here we go. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh my gosh, this is a long poem. Her writing's nice though. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Interesting. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gone pretty popular nowadays. It is, a lot of poems have been put an emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Wow, okay. So now we're on to the last person, which is Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh! Sorry! Forgot to start speaking.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. It's your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, whoa, that's me. Whoa. I really need to read the names beforehand. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. Guess that might be after reading through it.
So it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that their specific writing habits are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback.
So her voice is definitely the one that's taking the biggest toll on my voice box, on my throat, my vocal cords. Oh my gosh. Ugh.
Tsuki can be a little biased though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. We should be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, let's go through this one. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing in air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. So some of these, I don't know, like the way that her font is kind of hard for me to read. Like I have a hard time reading fonts sometimes, so I like using basic fonts or like ones that are like really easy to read. But I love looking at people, like the way that people write. It's amazing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting.
I feel like the game knows what I'm talking about. What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Nick.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll just have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Ew. I guess that's everyone. Because I'm doing Yuri's voice as a high-pitched, like, breathy voice, I don't know, like, as soon as I finish talking, it's just like, okay, my lungs can relax, and it's like, I can get more air in. It makes me tired. Alright. Let's continue. I guess that's everyone. A glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities.
Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room. Sayori. Ah! Oh boy. Man, I am tired. So, not only am I sick, I also do have like a severe sunburn. And like, because of that, I'm just so exhausted. I don't know, it took a lot out of me, and it still is. And it's been probably like half a week. And like, you wouldn't think that something like that would actually like exhaust you, but honestly, just it does. And I don't know how to explain it, but like, it's not even, it's like a physical exhaustion, but it's not like the same physical exhaustion you get when you work out a lot, so. Yeah. Anyways, we'll continue on. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Nick did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet.
Nah.
And Nick liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by...
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh boy. Okay, so there's beef happening. So we're gonna actually end that there. Because that's a great place to end. There's beef between Yuri and Natsuki, and that's pretty cool, so. Yeah. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode. Make sure you guys watch the beginning of the playlist, watch it from the beginning, because it is a story-driven game, and hopping in just wherever it doesn't really make sense, so make sure you watch from the beginning. Also, if you guys want to follow me on social media, links are down in the description, so make sure you guys do that. And also make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, comment on the video, do all that. Yeah. Anyways, thank you again for watching this episode, and as always, be geeky.